Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I have a bunch of new products from Sephora that I haven't tested that were in my haul, and I've got the Juvias Place Nubian 2 palette, which I'm going to be using, and just a bunch of stuff. I've got the Lancome Teint Idol. If anybody can say Teint without laughing and thinking it's funny but me, then you don't know what that means, but just look it up. I've got the Power Play Concealer. I actually have the Power Play Foundation. It looks a little bit too light, but I'm going to be mixing in the number 7 enhancer drop, so I think I'm going to go with the Coverfx. It's a clean brand at Sephora, meaning there's no bad ingredients in it or whatever. So clean at Sephora. We're going to be testing that out today. And yeah, if you're excited for this video and you want to see just how the look comes out, then stay tuned and let's just get into the video. Let's talk for a minute about the Nubian 2 palette. So these are $20. It does not come with a mirror, but it does come with 16 shades. This looks very promising to me. I want to create a nice look using it wearable. As you can tell, I'm a neutral gal, but this is stunning. I can see why everybody loves Juvia's Place, because let's just hit some colors here. We've got Sheba, oh my gosh, Nairobi, Zuni. These are just a couple of the shades, a few. They're very, very pigmented. Super pigmented, and I am highly eager to use this. Never used this on my channel before, so without further ado, I prime my eyes with the Milani eyeshadow primer. This is such a good eyeshadow primer. It's better than high end, and I forgot how much I loved it when I picked it up the other day, so let's just get into it. First shade I'm instantly drawn to is Morocco, so I'm going to take that as just going to take a little bit because they look pigmented as my transition shade. Yeah, very pigmented. I'm just going to build this slowly in the crease. I can see why. Yep, why everyone loves Juvia's Place. This is super pigmented. So I'm just going to build this up slowly. I'm very eager to see how Kenya is going to blend. It's this sort of dark brown. I'm going to take that on my Sigma E25. I need a mirror for this, guys. Let's see how pigmented this brown is. So, oh yeah, she's pigmented. I'm just going to take my time and really build this up. Since it's so pigmented, I don't want to mess it up by going in with too much color. When we get to about here, I'm going to fluff it inward. This is beautiful. It's blending out beautifully. I have no issues or skipping. No fallout. And these are only $20, and they're huge palettes. A little bit more. Place that shadow. I'm going to take another blending brush, and I'm just going to diffuse this. It looks quite nice. I'm impressed. I'm having good luck with this palette so far. Let's take this dark copper bronze. It's called Ya, and I'm just going to place this all over the lid. So we're sort of a bronzy, smoky goddess. Yes, we are. I think that looks very pretty. I'm just going to keep it simple, just like that. For the brow bone shade, we're going into Zuri. It's the only brow bone shade in here. It's sort of like a gold champagne. And I'm just going to place this. Ooh, very pigmented. Right on the arch, the brow bone. Drag it down. Very, very pretty. I quite like it. What do you guys think? I'm happy I have this in my collection and I didn't pull it out sooner. I am impressed. So let's move on to the face, shall we? Just took my Tatcha silk canvas and I placed it all over the face because it smooths out texture and it fills in pores with skincare properties. So let's get into the Coverfx Power Play foundation. I'm in the shade G30. I chose the shade G30. I don't think that's my shade match. I'm going to place some on my hand, definitely too light. So I'm going to shake these custom drops from number 7 foundation drops, and I chose Cool Beige for this, and it kind of just deepens the shade. We'll see how it works. I've never used it before. Alright, so I think that is a better match. I'm just going to place this on my face, and even if it isn't an exact match, it's alright. We'll work with what we have. Taking my e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. Yeah, that's light. We can always fix this with bronzer. So I'm really thinking that this is super lightweight, very easy to blend out. It has just a small scent, nothing crazy or that's going to be off-putting. It's supposed to be full coverage foundation. I agree with that. It covered every bit of redness and texture that I had. But the silk canvas also helps with texture on the face. So I'm very happy with that, and I have a ton left over on my hands, so barely any was used. Let's dive into the concealer. I'm in the shade P Medium 1, and it has this sort of ball at the end of it. I'm just taking this and lightly putting it where I always put my concealer. I don't want to overdo it because this is supposed to be full coverage. Blends out very, very quickly. Sinks right into the skin. Ooh. The under eye is where the true test is, though. I reckon it's going to cover that darkness. Sure did. And it's just full coverage. There's no patchiness about it. Blends in seamlessly. It's not, bunching up in one area and coming off in another area. Impressed. It's very hydrating, it seems. So there's our concealer. I think it looks terrific. Very happy with that. I'm taking my Ilia setting powder. This has an SPF of 20. And this is another clean brand at Sephora, in case you are interested. Love this brand. I will be doing a foundation review and other items from this line. I'll be reviewing it soon. Almost a full line. Got the foundation, the concealer, the mascara, the brow gel, and everything like that. Alright, so we're concealed. Everything's all set here. Let's move into the palette again. I need to find a short shader brush, and this is just a Wet n Wild short shader brush. And I'm going to be taking Morocco again, just lightly dipping in there, running it on the lower lash line. By the way, that Milani eyeshadow primer is self-setting. don't need to set it, and it just makes these eye shadows pop so much rather than setting with concealer. Now I'm just moving into this very small brush here from BH Cosmetics using the Zuri shade. I'm going to highlight in here the inner corner, sort of taking it down here a bit. Quite like it. Run it up along here a little. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to do something. I want to take this orange shade, Nefertiti, and sort of pull this in the inner third. This is more orangey. I think that looks pretty. Cool. I'm just going to line my upper lash line with the Stila Stay All Day liquid liner and pop some of the Ilia mascara on the lower lashes, and we'll move on to the complexion. I got this today. It's the Revlon Color Stay pressed powder, and I got this in light medium. It's supposed to be a 16-hour wear powder foundation. So I'm going to take that on the powder brush. This is my It Cosmetics powder brush. I'm just going to set the perimeters of the face to set the foundation down in all the areas that I did not place concealer. So that worked out pretty well, I feel. Not bad. I don't know. I don't think that needed to be really set down. I'm going to put on false lashes at the end, but I'm taking my Morphe Icon bronzer, and I love this shade. So forgiving. It has a mirror, $19, but it doesn't load up the pigment, you know, at first. It's very beginner friendly, so it's not patchy. It doesn't load heaps in one space, you know. It's just the perfect bronzer. I always go back to this bronzer. It's a perfect shade. I like it for my skin tone. I'm just going to bronze a little bit of my nose, well, contour. I find it's not too crazy if I go over my nose with it. So there, we're bronzed with the Morphe Icon bronzer, my fave. I actually want to take my Wet n Wild pressed powder because I want to say this is a straight dupe for the MAC mineralized powder. So I just wanted to show you guys that it is so good. It's so underrated. It's less than $5, and it perfectly sets the face, and it adds heaps and heaps of coverage. So if you're looking for a MAC dupe, I just gave it to you. Let's go in with some blush. I saw this at Ulta. It's the Physicians Formula Rose All Day Petal Glow Blush. So it looks like this. Oh my goodness, it looks stunning. Look at that. If you don't like glowy blushes, you're going to hate this. Let's see how pigmented this is. Oh my goodness. This is like a straight highlighter. Look at this. So if you didn't want to wear highlighter one day, you could totally just wear this blush and call it a day. It's a peachy blush, which I like, but the brush I'm using is not helping me out right now. So to fix that, I'm going to take my powder brush and just go over it to make it more diffused looking. if you get heavy-handed and you need to do that, not a big deal. Perfect. Now for highlight, I'm going to use the Tarte highlight in Stunner. I wanted to try this. I haven't used it in quite a while, so I wanted to give it a go. Using my Real Techniques brush, this is sort of a targeted brush. Just going to add that to, oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. This is stunning. Get it? Place some on my cheeks as per usual. Chin and Cupid's bow. And as always, I place a little bit right here just to highlight that point. I don't know why I do that, but this is simply stunning. This highlight is gorge. Last but not least, we have our lips to do, and then I'll put on my falsies and our setting spray. I've lined my lips with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On in Naked 2, but for lips I want to go with something that's drugstore, the Almay Lip Vibes, and I got this in Go Wild, and I just thought it looked like the perfect nude shade. Ooh, yeah. These are so underrated. This is beautiful. Let's swatch it. Look at that. That's the perfect nude. I am obsessed. And last but not least, we can't forget our Urban Decay De-Slick Setting Spray. Let me go put on those lashes before I forget. Well, there you go, guys. This is the final look using mostly new Sephora Ulta products. We have some drugstore in there, and I love the way this look turned out. I'm obsessed with that Nubian 2 palette. The Tarte Stunner highlight is beautiful. I love the Physicians Formula blush. The Morphe Icon bronzer is my favorite. I absolutely love that eyeshadow palette though. And I am low-key like living for this look. It's one of the very best looks that I've ever done. Love the Coverfx foundation and concealer. They both performed extremely well. Highly recommend based off my first impressions. I do not have any settling into fine lines, creasing, nothing. It looks absolutely stunning and flawless on the skin. So I highly recommend the Coverfx combination of the foundation and concealer, and definitely this Juvias Place Nubian 2 palette. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye, everyone.